Hey everybody, I want to show you all this Wurkkos HD15 that I've been carrying around. It is an 18650 powered angle light. The battery comes down this way a little bit, so you have a little bit longer angle light, but it doesn't make an L shape, as you can see. So I really like that because it makes it comfortable to carry in the pocket. This battery tube is reversible, so you can put the clip up this way, but then you have this larger amount of flashlight hanging out of your pocket. I know this is designed as a headlamp and it does come with a strap, but I mostly wanted to cover the fact that you can carry this in the pocket, have that strap with you, and switch over to a headlamp if you want to. It's got two different emitters, one for flood, one for throw, and then they both come on. So I'll go through that. You can turn this thing on with a simple press of a button and it'll come back on wherever you had it. If you double press and hold on the second press, it throttles through all of the emitters. So that's the flood option on the bottom. You come up to throw, and then you can have both of them on. In order to come up in moonlight mode, you have to hold down and let it come on. The only issue that I've noticed so far is that if I wanted to switch over and just have the throw or the flood on, it brightens back up. It doesn't stay in moonlight mode. You'd have to turn it off and then turn it back on. So you kind of mess up your night vision that way if you're not careful. But other than that, very simple to use. You saw me throttling through the light levels already. That's just easily done by a press and hold. At any time you can double press and it comes on in turbo. I would double press again and make it strobe. I'll go ahead and do that. There's the strobe. You can double press again and it does SOS. Double press again and it goes into beacon mode. When you're in strobe and all the strobe options, it winds up being whatever light you're on. So if you're on flood, it'll strobe in flood. If you're in throw, it'll strobe in throw. So pretty cool. You can kind of get the hang of it after you've been carrying it for a while, but I just wanted to give you the gist of the user interface. It has a battery indicator on the top. Red means you need to charge it. Blinking red means that you have a dead battery. This is the clip that came with it, and it provides a good bit of light hanging out of the pocket, so that way I can still grab it. And you could go with a deeper clip, but I like this because I can still get the flashlight and it's not buried down in there. Has charging ability, type C charging, as you can see, hidden away behind the little rubber cover here. Not my favorite. I don't charge my batteries in lights, but for those of you that do, and for those of you that want that option, you have it. It also doubles as a power bank, so you can charge your phone or whatever else you want to charge on the go. Also comes with an 18350 tube, and that I thought was really cool because usually you're buying that as an extra accessory. It also comes with a magnet. You can hear it click into my truck here. Really powerful magnet. I can clip this or stick this to anything and it holds, and that's a really long light. For it to be able to hold and stick out off of something on the side of something, I feel like that's a really good job that they put a strong magnet in there. And I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to get this thing out tonight and show you how it does and what kind of light you have coming off of it at night. I have noticed that on turbo, when they're both on, when both emitters are on, it does get hot. To be expected because you're throwing a lot of light out there. When I'm using it on lower levels, no issues at all. Doesn't even get warm. So it's doing a good job there. Alright, cool. Alright, I hope I didn't confuse you all in the daytime portion. I want to show you again what I was talking about. So to change the emitters and to throttle through the settings that are available, you will press twice, holding on the second press. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and showing you now how it just keeps on throttling through the different ones. On the top is throw, and there's all of them, and then flood on the bottom. So you get it where you want it, you keep it there. We're going to try throw first here and see what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and go on the highest setting and lock the camera out, so that way y'all get a good feel of what we're looking at here. That's turbo. That's the highest, brightest setting on throw. Now I'll switch over to both of them and go back to turbo. So now you see how things changed up. The dynamics of that beam is now throw plus flood. You're going to eat your battery up pretty quick like this, but if you need it, you got it. That's great. And then we'll go ahead and step it down and do just the bottom. And there's just flood. It'd be nice if you're walking, needing to see where you're stepping. Let's go ahead and bring it down now. Focus this camera in a little bit closer, because this is a headlamp. We're not going to be using it real far off, but it's nice to have that option if you need to. And I'm going to take this thing down to not the very lowest setting, not moonlight, but to the next step up from moonlight. Can't really see on camera. We went ahead and stepped it up, and now you can really see that you have plenty of light to do what you're working on, or see where you're walking or whatever. And then there's the highest. It should strobe if I double press right now. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Now we'll go ahead and go back to throw and check that out on the lower settings. Now you can start to see it on camera, because you're aiming a little bit more light to a beam, to a throw. And then there's the next step up. Definitely a lot more light since it's throwing a tighter beam. And then that should be the highest setting. You double press, takes you to turbo. A lot of light. Really impressive. I mean, that's a small reflector in there. This isn't like a dedicated thrower, and I've been pretty impressed. We had this thing out tonight. We were looking at the pollen and looking at some baby rabbits and stuff, and we weren't blinding them. Don't worry about the bunnies, you know, but just want to say that I've been using this thing, and I've been pretty impressed with the ability to swap out to flood, swap back to throw when I need it, all in one self-contained little light. That's been really nice. And then you always have this option where it's really low light. Great for doing some reading or whatever and not ruining your night vision. So see how it steps up, and then you bring it back to moonlight when you turn it off and back on. So once you get it where you want it, then you can power through the different light levels. The only thing that would just really complete this thing and make it even more amazing would be if it had stepless dimming, but that's just my opinion because I really like stepless dimming. Other than that, I guess that's about it. If y'all have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll turn the comments on for a while on this one. Sorry, I had to turn the comments off on some older stuff. I had some people just kind of being weird and I didn't have time to clean it up. But that's the HD15. Thanks for watching.